Another type of simple tissue which we are going to study now is Collenchyma. This can be taken as one of the diagrams of Collenchyma tissue. This is a Collenchyma tissue. These are lignified walls. Okay. Now, what is a Collenchyma tissue? If you take point wise, it is also one of the living tissue, and it performs only single function as that of the sclerenchyma. The major function of the Collenchyma is it gives rigidity and flexibility to the plant body. The alternative name for Collenchyma is called as stereome. This is important. Stereome, it was given by a scientist called as Haberland in 1910. Okay. As the sclerenchyma, it gives only mechanical strength to the plant body. This one also gives rigidity and the flexibility of the tissues, flexibility to the tissues in the plant body. Now, where do these occur? These occur in the, these are present mostly in the stems, leaves, in floral parts. In the floral parts, pulp fruits, fruit pulps, and also it is also present in the seeds, and these type of Collenchyma are absent in monocots. Now, normally we see the Collenchyma present in the stems, leaves, floral parts, pulp of the fruits and seeds. In some cases, for example, like in vitis, you will see the presence of Collenchyma tissues in the roots, where these are helpful in the come in contact with the sunlight and trap the solar energy and get the food material prepared for themselves. Now, these are the tissues which are present below the epidermis, below the 2 to 3 layers of the epidermis, and it appears like a longitudinal bands, whereas it appears like quadrate sections in some Cucurbitaceae family members. Now, these Collenchyma cells are also thought to be coming from the longer cells. These originate from the longer cells of the Procambium cells, which ultimately lead to the, when we see the Collenchyma cells are said to be originating from the longitudinal cells or long form cells of the Procambium or the meristematic tissues which are present in the ground meristem. So, these are the tissues which are occurring in longitudinal forms from the Procambium and also from more or less meristematic cells of the ground meristem, and these will appear very early during the transformation into this type of Collenchyma cells will appear very early in the transformation of meristematic cells. Now, there are different types of meristematic, there are different types of Collenchyma tissues on the basis of presence of in cell wall thickenings which are present. So, on the basis of the cell wall thickenings which are present on the position where the cell wall thickening is more, there are 3 to 4 types of Collenchyma cells. Those are, first one is on the basis of cell wall thickening. The first one will be angular Collenchyma. Next will be lamellar Collenchyma. Third will be lacunar Collenchyma. And the fourth will be annular Collenchyma. Okay. Now, when we come to this, the example for angular Collenchyma is vitis. You will also see the presence of angular Collenchyma in the, you will also see the presence of angular Collenchyma in the vitis and the beetroots. Okay. Now, what do you mean by angular Collenchyma? Here, angular Collenchyma means when we see the TS of the stem or TS of the Collenchyma tissue, you will see the cell wall thickenings occurring at the in the angular cell walls, in the angles of the longitudinal cell walls. So, this Collenchyma which will show the thickenings of the cell wall, deposition of cell wall thickenings towards the corners or towards the angles in the occurrence when between the two cells. It means when 2 or 3 Collenchyma cells are arranged, the cell walls will be occurring towards the corners of the cells in the angles between the two. If we see the TS section of 2 or more Collenchyma cells, the cell wall thickenings will be seen towards the corners or the angles of those cells. So, that type of Collenchyma is called as angular Collenchyma. Example for this will be Whitis and beetroot Collenchyma. Now, this lamellar Collenchyma examples, these examples are important. Okay, another type of Collenchyma is lamellar Collenchyma. In this type of Collenchyma, the cell wall thickenings are deposited on the radial walls of the cells. These are deposited, the cells are arranged compactly, and the cell wall deposition occurs on the radial walls and transverse walls. The examples for this is cucurbita and petioles of rhamnus. Now, what is lacunar Collenchyma? A lacunar Collenchyma is a type of Collenchyma where the cell wall thickenings are deposited towards the only one side of the intercellular spaces, and these are present in also petioles of dahlia, where the spaces are present, in this type intercellular spaces are present, and the cell wall thickenings are present towards the one side corner of the intercellular spaces. Then the example will be salvia, malva from malvaceae, and also we can see this type of Collenchyma present in the petioles of dahlia plant. Another one is annular Collenchyma. This annular Collenchyma where the cells are isodiametric, there are same size of intercellular spaces are present in equal amount. Cell wall thickening is present. The example for annular Collenchyma are, in annular Collenchyma the cells are isodiametric and there are intercellular spaces are present. These are all uniform in occurrence, and here the examples can be taken as nerium and oleander. So, these are the types of the 4 types of Collenchyma which are taken into consideration on the basis of the cell wall thickening depositions. So, this may be angular if it is present at the angles of 2 or 3 adjacent cells, lamellar if the cell wall thickening is present tangentially or radially, and lacunar if the cell wall thickening is present towards one side of the intercellular spaces. And if this type of cells, the thickening forms on all the walls and there are almost of similar size, then that type of Collenchyma is called as annular Collenchyma. The examples are very important here. Angular is Vitis, beetroot. You will get a question like beetroot exhibit what type of Collenchyma? Angular. Next, cucurbita is an example of dash type of Collenchyma. Next, salvia, malva or petiole of dahlia are examples of which type of Collenchyma. Next, nerium shows which type of Collenchyma on the basis of cell wall thickenings. Okay. Now, next we will come to the functions of Collenchyma. First one will be, as we said earlier, living, it is one of the living tissue. So, as it is a living tissue, it will regain the capacity of meristematic activity in it. It gives tensile strength to the plant body. It gives tensile strength to the plant body, and it also have the capacity of stretching. It gives tensile strength to the plant body and also has the capacity of stretching to the plant body, and it gives rigidity to the plant body. Till the development of the sclerenchyma tissues occurs, it gives mechanical strength. Till the formation of sclerenchyma, the Collenchyma provides rigidity to the plant body, and during the time of the growth, when there is an increase of the plant body or when the division of cells going on occurring, these Collenchyma cells helps increase the surface area of the plant's particular structure and also helps in increasing the surface and size of the plant body during the growth. And this performs the basically useful for performing the mechanical function and giving the strength to the plant body. Okay. Okay, these are the different functions which we can consider in Collenchyma. As we said, it is a living tissue and easily it regains the capacity of dividing like meristematic tissue. It provides tensile strength to the plant body and also helps in stretching the plant body during the form growth. Next, it provides rigidity to the plant body till the sclerenchyma is particularly developed. Next, it also helps in performing helps in the capable of increasing the surface area as well as increasing the size of the plant. Basically, the mechanical function, it is giving the mechanical strength or mechanical function permanently to the plant body. This is about Collenchyma. Next issue we are going to study is about sclerenchyma.